Hey guys, it's Rosie or Top of Bricks here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing another live commentary, just like Friday's video. This time, we're going to be going over all the LEGO Harry Potter sets released this year in 2021. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on them as an investment, and whether I plan or plan not to invest in these said sets. I'll also give you advice on what point to buy these sets and how long you should probably sit on them before attempting to shift them. So without further ado, let's dive on into this video. Okay, so let's get into the sets which were released in January, and our first one is the Hogwarts Moments books. So I'm quite torn on these as an investment. There's only two which I would invest in, and that's solely, and I mean 100% just down to the minifigures, that being the Transfiguration Classroom and also the Hogwarts Moments Charms Classroom. And these are obviously because of the McGonagall, which is unique and is by far the best McGonagall figure we've ever had, and also the Phileas Flitwick minifigure, which is unique and of course the best Flitwick figure we've ever had. These figures are for sure going to be desirable in the future, and basically everything else in the sets are kind of worthless. I don't think these are, well, they're not desirable now. That's why, they released this year and they're on the retiring soon list on, many reports. So that really says it all, how well these have sold. But that means they're also good for investment at the same time, because there's not many out there. People only want the minifigures, but people aren't willing to spend $25 or however this is, $30 actually, yeah, for this set. So as you can see in the top left, the price on the left is the retail price, and the price on the right is the price that I would pick these up at. So if you can't find these sets for this price, I wouldn't buy them. So that's $20. So as soon as you find them for $20, I would pick them up. I put the risk on the top right, so it's low, medium or high, and I put this risk at low, assuming that you only buy the Charms Classroom and the Transfiguration Classroom. I think the other two sets are high risk because I don't see this really going up too much. I may be wrong because it's such a niche item and it's so unique, but we'll have to see what happens. So you're going to bring 3 stages on the screen of 2 years, 5 years and 10 years, and these are going to be price predictions of what I think this set will reach in the next following year. So in 2 years time, I think specifically the Ravenclaw one and the Gryffindor one, so the Transfiguration one and the Charms one, will reach $40 each, so gone up by $10 in 2 years, which again isn't a lot, but again, I'd buy these sets, parts out the pieces, because there are some expensive pieces, especially the book covers, because they're not prints. Sorry, they're not stickers, they're prints, so you can get some money from them. I'll get rid of the other figures as well, because you always get 3 in these sets, so you can get rid of 2 figures there, and you can probably make back $10 to $15 just by passing out the rest of the set. And then, assuming you only invested in them at $20 or $25, you've only really invested $5 to $10 at that point. So again, I think these figures just alone will bag you all the profit. So after 2 years, $40, but I'd wait a little bit longer. I'd wait till 5 years. Now this is coloured turquoise, this brick, because that's the point which I would sell, which is 5 years. Once they double in value from $30 to $60, I think, yeah, I'd take my money out. And I think after 10 years it might go up further, maybe to something like $80, but I don't want to wait 10 years and just see what happens. There may be another McGonagall or Flitwick figure which comes out in the future, which is even better than these ones, which is hard to believe, but LEGO progresses quite quickly, as we've seen with these new Harry Potter sets compared to the ones in the 2010 or 2011 wave. So again, I'd buy the McGonagall one and I'd buy the Flitwick one and wait a few years and then sell them for a profit alone, and just bricklink and part out the rest of the set. That would be my plan for these. So on to the next one. This was also released in January, and it's the Harry Potter Mosaics. Now I've put high risk, as you can see in red, because I think this is probably the worst investment you can ever really make. The only reason I'd buy this set, which could be considered an investment, but it's not really an investment, is to buy them and to immediately part them out. As you can see, the retail price is $120, and I'm only recommending getting these if they reach $70. I think the cheapest I've seen is about £65 in the UK, which is about $80 or $90 US, and I still buy them for that price. I mean, if they reach £50, I might pick 1 or 2 up to then just part out, because I believe that I might be making some money at that point, because at the end of the day, the 4,200 pieces, I'm aware they're all studs essentially, but there are some long beam pieces. There's also 9 of the like base plate pieces, I'm not really sure what they're called, on the back, and they're worth a couple pounds each. So let's say they're $3 each, you get 9 of them, that's $27 alone. Then you just need to make the rest on the studs. You start selling them on Bricklink, 3 studs for $0.01, 2 studs for $0.01. You make back another $30-40 at least from that. So that's the only reason I buy this. Also, the Harry Potter tile that you get, I believe you only get 1. You might get 2 though. I'm not too sure, but I think you get you at least get 1 of them. As you can see in the bottom left corner, the 2x4, that's worth a couple dollars as well. So again, I'm not saying it's completely silly buying. I bought 4 of these, but that's to build them. But I'd only buy them again if they reached a ridiculously low, which is $50 off the retail price. But that could happen. After all, there is Black Friday coming up like soonish. That's the main reason why I'm doing this video now, because a lot of these sets will go on sale. They already have gone on sale for silly amounts. As I've already said, I've seen this for about $70-$80, $90 I'd say after translation. Yeah, £65, about $90, yeah. But it might go down further. So I've not got any turquoise block for this because I simply wouldn't invest in them. But as you can see, I've just guessed it would go up to $150, only $30 more than retail. And as you can see, I've put the price in 2 years $100, still $20 below the retail, because I just don't think it will rise that much, because they're so easy to make. They're just studs. So after 5 years, I still don't think it will go up in price. I'm only guessing $150 after 10 years due to inflation. We have 3% inflation every year. After 10 years, that's 30% inflation at least. And, that's a conservative estimate. So, yeah, that's not really proper profit either if you sell for $150 in 10 years. But, hey-ho. So the next one is another high-risk investment. And that's there's one of 2 BrickHeadz. So this is the Hagrid, Harry, Ron and Hermione BrickHeadz. The problem is with this set is they are all 4 of them are remakes, which makes it completely, well, I can question why Lego even gave us this in the first place, and I can make a rant video on that. I believe we already have done, essentially. In a few of my videos I've ranted about this, but as an investment point of view, the only thing unique about this set is I think these are the first and only miniature versions of the Harry Potter characters in BrickHeadz form. But is that enough of a reason where people in the future would look back and think, I really want these because they're uniquely miniature? No. Like the original BrickHeadz, like the Hermione one goes for about $30 when she only retailed for $10. The Ron and Dumbledore one, which retailed for about $20 or $25, that now goes for about $60. And the Hedwig and Harry one now goes for $50, and that only retailed for about $20 as well. So BrickHeadz, especially Harry Potter ones, do just soar through the roof in price. But I still don't think this will. Again, I'd pick this up if this reached $18, which is about £15. So that's why I put $18, so specific. At that point, I would pick a couple of these up. But again, I don't think they'll go crazy. I think they'll go up $5 maybe in a couple of years, and then it'll start to go up a little bit further once they're properly out of stock. But obviously, we'll probably get more BrickHeadz in the future of these same characters, because they're key characters. They're the trio and Hagrid. They're so essential. So again, I don't see them going up to any crazy prices. But if I were to invest in them, I wouldn't sell after 2 years, because $5 profit isn't really profit at all. I'd have to wait until at least doubles, which is probably about 4 years, so that's when I'd probably sell. But yeah, I just wouldn't invest in this. What I would invest in is this, and this is what I am actually going to invest in as soon as I see some sales, because these have been hard to find, never mind having sales. I haven't seen this go on sale at all yet. So as you can see, I put the risk as a low, because this is the only ever Lego Harry Potter BrickHeadz set where all of the characters in the BrickHeadz are unique. Like, they're not in any other BrickHeadz set. Every single other character, or every other BrickHeadz, has at least one character in them which is in another BrickHeadz set. This is totally unique. You get Lord Voldemort, which is fantastic. Bellatrix Strange, again, fantastic. I mean, I very much doubt we'll get her again in a BrickHead form. And as well as Nagini, which is really cool as well. When I went on June the 1st to buy all these LEGO Harry Potter sets, the only, like, I queued up in the morning and I was, you know, in the probably 10th, 20th in the queue. I was quite close to the start of it because there's a lot of people in the queue. And the sets which ran out of stock first was actually this set. Was I thought it was going to be the Chamber of Secrets or something, but no, it was the Voldemort Nagini Bellatrix BrickHead set. And I don't see any reason why this set specifically would break the trend out of all the other BrickHead sets by just jumping in price ridiculously. I really do think they are. So if you can get them for $20, hey, I even think $25 is a good investment. But I'm just going to wait, as there's no rush yet because it's not retiring yet. So I'll just wait until I see them on sale and then get loads. I'm talking getting 20 of them. I'm not joking. So after 2 years, I think they'll go up to $40. 5 years, this is probably when I'd sell, after when it gets to something ridiculous like, you know, $50, $60, $70. And then I could see it easily getting to $100 easily. But I don't want to wait 10 years, you know, because I can see Voldemort getting remade again, but that's probably it. I don't know if that will affect the price too much, probably a little bit, but again, I'm happy with a $65 profit if it gets to that. I do think it will get to at least 50 though, probably 60, 70 for sure, and that's when I'll probably sell. So this was the first of the key wave of the Hogwarts expansion. So again, this is a set which you're really not going to find on sale very often. It's got 4 unique minifigures, and you know, think you buy them for $5. So you buy the whole set for $20, right, which is the retail price, and you sell each unique figure for $5 each, and you've made your money back just on the figures alone. That's all it takes, and they may not be worth $5 each now, but sure, when they retire in 2-3 years, of course they're going to be worth $5. You know, that's only what, £3, Great British pounds, or €4. You know, you can easily get your money back just from the figures alone. You've got a Golden Harry. Cat Hermione would surprise me if she doesn't reach $10. I think she'll be $10 in a couple of years' time, and then easily $5 each for Harry and Ron, because those Slytherin torsos are going to be quite desirable, even though we've had those specific torsos with Malfoy, I believe, a couple of times. I still think they'll be desirable. There's a couple of unique pieces in this set. Obviously, we get the Wizarding cards, but again, this is something I'd probably buy if they ever do go on sale. But as you can see, I basically said if you can get it for like $17, which is about £15 or something, £14, then I'll pick a load up. I'll probably open the box, take the figures out, put them in like plastic bags so they remain new, put them in a safe or whatever, and just pretend I don't have them, and then just, you know, in 4 or 5 years time I'll probably get them out and sell them for $5-10 each, and then get my money back. And then with the rest of the set I'll just part it out and try and get $5-10 out of it, and yeah, easy money. So this is something I'm going to invest in quite rigorously. So in 2 years time, $30, 5 years time, $45, and then just $60 in 10 years. I don't think this is going to go to a crazy price, but this is not a sort of set which you buy and hold on for a long period of time to try and make some mad money deep into the future. You don't need to wait that long. You need to wait a year or two, part out the set, and just sell the minifigures as individuals, and there's no way you're going to lose money because it's $20 retail. It's not a lot of money. So on to the next one, and this is a high risk investment, and you know, I've obviously made a video specifically ranting on this set. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But ignoring my biases against the set, because I hate it, I don't really see any good reason to invest in this set, if I'm honest. It's a steep retail price of $40. So as you can see, I'd say I'd only invest in this set if it got to $25, which is about £20. But I think at that point you can't lose money, right? It comes with, I think it's 4 unique minifigures. I believe they're all unique, but they're not anything special. They're just Harry, Ron, Hermione. I guess Golden Hermione may go for $5 in the future. The Fluffy is the only reason really I'd see this as a worthwhile investment, even at $25, because I think Fluffy may go for up to $20 alone in the future. I could definitely see that. And if you just part out the rest of the set for $15 or $20, then you got your $40 back. But it's not, you know, it's there's so much better stuff to spend your money on. Essentially, you might be able to get $50 in a few years by being clever and parting the, you know, the set out, selling the fluffy individual for like $10 or $15, and then selling the minifigures for like $15, like for all four. And you know, maybe you can do it that way, but again, I wouldn't. This is not a set I'd sit on. I'd be clever and, you know, try and part it out that way to try and get my money back. But I just wouldn't invest in this essentially, unless it went to $25, and then when I'm able to double my money at $50 in a couple of years by selling them that way rather than a set as a whole and sealed, I'd do that. But I wouldn't recommend that as an investment. Instead, spend a little bit more money and get this, which is the Hogsmeade Village visit, which is 100% going to be an amazing investment. We get 7 minifigures, all 7 of them are unique. You know, we get Harry, Golden Ron, Mrs. Flume, Mr. Flume, Professor McGonagall, Dean Thomas, and Madame Myrta. So the Shrieking Shack set from 2004, I want to say, goes for an absolute fortune. It's one of the, you know, most desired Lego Harry Potter sets of all time, and I think, obviously, this is not a set which a lot of people will pass on. I think this is probably one of the best sellers of the wave, which is actually quite bad for an investment, if we're going to be honest, because a lot of people have them. But there are going to be people who elect to not buy this because they would want to go for the expansion sets instead, and this looks kind of out of place next to all that because it's a bit separate. It's just a village, you know, somewhere near Hogwarts. It's not too essential. So people will pass up on this set, and they will regret it because I think there's going to be a Shrieking Shack set coming out, and obviously I've made a video on that. I'll put the link down below, which reveals that news. It's news from a Lego designer essentially, so I believe that is coming. But again, I can see when that Shrieking Shack comes out and people are like, damn, I wish I got Hogsmeade Village Visit to pair it with, and then they're going to go on BrickLink and try and buy it. And I think the Shrieking Shack set will come out once this retires. I don't think they'll be both on sale at the same time. So yeah, this is something I'm definitely going to invest in. Again, I've put $55 as the price, which may think, yeah, it's quite low. I have seen it for about £60, which is about $70. I think the retail price was £70, so I've seen it £10 off. But I think me seeing it for that price, I'm assuming it's going to get a lot cheaper because it's not even been out for long. It's only been out a couple of months. I've already seen it for £10 off, so I'm going to assume I'm going to be able to see it for $20 and maybe even £30 off in the future. But when it reaches that low of $55, I'd definitely buy this set, or £45 if you're in Britain, or about €50 if you're anywhere else in Europe. I think it'll be worth minimally $140 after 5 years, and up to $200 after a decade post-retirement. So that's probably, what, 12 years from now, if we're going to assume it's probably got a 2-year sale span. But it could easily go way over $200. I think it'll be another set like the Shrieking Shack, where I think that retailed for $50 and retailed for, what, £40? Yeah, £40, €50, $50. Which is probably about the same price as this set, taking into account inflation, because that was 17 years ago, back in 2004. So that's probably the same as $80 or £70 if we assume that. And that set is worth way over $200 after 17 years. So yeah, if you really want to wait, you know, for a decade to, you know, like move this set out of your inventory, if you want to buy a few of them, then I'm not going to say no, because I do think that's smart. My only worry is this is unique, right? It's Hogsmeade Village, which is a big part of why this is so expensive. I know we got a Hogsmeade Village in the Shrieking Shack set back in 2004 as a little side build, but let's be honest, it wasn't a proper village. It was just simply like a little wall build. But there is a chance they could remake the set in 10 years time or 7 or 8 years time, so I don't want to wait until that happens and have this set's price just drop through the floor. But it could have the opposite effect, you know. They could bring back a Shrieking Shack set, or a Hogsmeade Village set, I should say, and have Zonko's, the Hog's Head as the two buildings, right? And then we don't get the Honeydukes or the Three Broomsticks, which would make this set go up even more in price. We had something similar with the Diagon Alley set. Initially, with rumours of Diagon Alley coming out, that set tanked in price. It was like $500-600 sealed, and it went to about $400. And then it came out, the DTC came out, and there's no Gringotts. So that Diagon Alley set from 2011 was the only Harry Potter set ever to include a Gringotts, barring the Gringotts Fawkes set in 2002, but you know what I mean, the actual building. So that set jumped back up in price above what it was originally selling for before the Diagon Alley rumours. So again, it's very risky if you want to wait 10 years, but I think if you're only waiting 5 years, we know it's not going to get remade, and it's very low risk. There is no way in hell you're going to be losing money on this set if you get it for, you know, $60, even $70. There is no way, probably even retail price, I could guarantee my house that you're not going to be losing money in a few years' time if you choose to sell it. But on to our next set, we have the biggest set in this list, and that's the Chamber of... Actually, no, it's not the biggest set in this list. Second biggest set in this list. This is the biggest set of the Summer Wave of 2021. And it's the Chamber of Secrets. So this set has 11 minifigures and 11 unique. So every single one of them is unique. We have Gunaway Lockhart, Professor Sinistra, who I think will go up to the moon in price. I actually did a video on that, where I was going over Lego Harry Potter figures that are attainable and in sets today, that aren't in retired sets or anything like that, which I think will go up in price into the future. And I actually missed out Professor Sinistra. I'll link that video down below, but I think someone reminded me in the comments, and I was like, damn, he's right, because this, you know, Professor Sinistra is a minifigure everyone's going to gloss over. She's in an expensive set, and she's unique, obviously, and she's going to remain unique because I can't see her being remade into any other set. So I think she'll go up to be like $50-60 alone in the future. But, you know, we'll talk more about that later. We get Harry with a unique torso. We get Colin Creevy, Luna Lovegood, which is a weird inclusion considering she's not in this film at all. Gold Voldemort, which I do think will be worth quite a bit. The golden figures, I don't think are going to be worth a hell of a lot. Mainly about $5 to $10, generally speaking, but I can see Golden Voldemort going up to, you know, $15, maybe even $20 after a few years, because it's Voldemort and he's in quite an expensive set. Justin Finch-Fletchley is unique to the set. We get a pink or purple Dumbledore, depending on however you want to interpret that colour, more like a raspberry colour, which is unique as well. I think that would be another $10 minifigure easy. You get glow-in-the-dark Nearly Headless Nick, which would be another $10-20. The last time we had a glow-in-the-dark minifigure from Harry Potter, I believe, was 2005. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Lord Voldemort. You know, it's very rare that we have glow-in-the-dark minifigures, especially in the Harry Potter theme. I believe we had a glow-in-the-dark Snape as well, back in the early 2000s. We also get Ginny Weasley and Tom Riddle. The worst version of Tom Riddle, unfortunately, though. So if we assume all these minifigures, let's be honest, are probably going to get you $130 back in 5 years' time. Then you've got the rest of the set as well. I don't think I would open the set and part it out, even though the Basilisk is as well is going to be worth about $30-40 in the future, because looking at other beasts, the first Basilisk from 2002 in the Chamber of Secrets, that goes for about $60. And the Hungarian Horntail from 2005, that goes for about $50. And these are conservative estimates. I've seen them. I've seen the dragon go for about £50, but I'm going to assume you can probably get it for about $40. And I've seen the Basilisk go for about £65, but I'm going to assume you can probably get it for about $60. But you know, both of those are like $100 minimally together, and this is going to be probably another $50 as well for that Basilisk in 5-10 years time. So there's a lot of things like that. We've also got the Cornish Pixies, which are unique. They might be a couple of dollars in a few years time. We also get obviously the 6 Chocolate Frog cards, which is more than we get in any other set, and they're going to be quite collectible. What else do we get? We also get the Snake Busts from the Ninjago sets. I think they could be worth quite a few. I think they already are worth a couple of dollars. So there are some pieces which, if you're going to part this out, you're not going to go wrong, but I do think you're better off keeping this sealed because it's just such a desirable set, and people will skip out on this because, you know, people have just spent 2018 to 2020 3 years putting their Hogwarts diorama together. You know, they've got the Great Hall, the Astronomy Tower, the Clock Tower, you know, all the rest of it, the Whomping Willow, and then this new Hogwarts comes out, and then they're not going to buy it because they've already got a Hogwarts. Why would they buy another Great Hall? You know, it makes no sense. So people are going to skip out on this, which is good for investment. And this also combined with a 20th anniversary set, it's going to be quite a glamorous one in the future, I think, that people are going to have in their collection. Also, Golden Hedwig, that could be another couple of dollars as well. So again, regardless of what route you go with, you're not going to go wrong, but I'd keep this sealed. So I'm probably going to buy a couple of these. Funnily enough, I've actually seen this set on sale quite a few times. I've seen this set go to as low as £84, I believe, which is about $110. I'd say $110. Yeah, I've seen it really low in price. And it's only been out a couple months, and obviously Black Friday's coming, so I could see this set easily getting down to that low again, maybe even £75. And I actually bought one of these sets at £90 on Amazon when it was initially on sale. It actually went on sale further downwards, but I bought it and then just sold it again for 120 or 115 or something to make like 20 quid because I couldn't be bothered to hold on to it for 5-10 years. But yeah, as soon as this goes on sale again to something like £70 or £80, I'm going to buy a bunch of these. So this is a long haul game for me. I think it will go to at least $200 after 5 years, but I think it could go, you know, upwards to nearly $300 after a decade post retirement. So looking at 2033 or something like that. Obviously, it's a long time, but this is something I'm going to, you know, invest in. Probably buy 5 of these, not too many, but you know, a sizable chunk. Maybe invest about £500 in this, put it in the attic, and then just forget it ever existed. And then 10 years time, I can sell them for a profit. That's the plan anyway. So, dun dun dun, we have an advent calendar. Now, I've done a spreadsheet of every single Lego Harry Potter set, the retail price and the aftermarket price. Ignoring the ones that are currently on sale and looking at just the retired ones, the only Lego Harry Potter set that's ever like it's selling for afterwards what it wasn't selling for at the retail price, so it's gone down, it's lost value ever since it's retired, was the first advent calendar of 2018. That set currently sells for about £20, and I believe it had a retail price of £25. Which is not too much, but considering that every other set ever made for Harry Potter, and there's been a hell of a lot at this point, has gone up, and this one's gone down, I'm not touching this advent calendar. Even though it may make sense on paper, you know, because we get 6 minifigures, I think? 1, 2, 3, yeah, we get 6 minifigures, 6 of them being unique. So, you know, if you manage to pick this up for $30 and you sell these figures for $5 each, there's your money back right there. But it doesn't really seem to play out that way. If you are going to get this set, obviously you want to part this out, you know, rip it open, don't care if it's sealed. But I'd only get the set on sale, and as you can see, I'd only buy the set if it was $15, so it would have to be on sale about 60-70% off in order for me to buy this set. That's how little confidence I have. As you can see, I put it as high risk. But we do get some interesting pieces as well. We get a happy birthday cake, which is Harry's, which is from the Philosopher's Stone. That's a print. That could be worth something. We get like a, what else do we get? We get like a Fall Privet Drive sign, but that came in the original set as well for you know, Fall Privet Drive, Escape from Fall Privet Drive, whatever it's called, the Chamber of Secrets set back in 2020. We also get a Platform 9 3/4 sign, which is quite cool, and we also get like a disc which says 1 to 4 on it. I don't know what that's about, but again, I think this is a trap, an investor trap. I think people are thinking, you know, these minifigures, 6 unique minifigures, some nice pieces. Yeah, I'll buy a few of these, and then they're going to get ripped off. They're going to lose money. So I'd stay away from this. But if I were buying it, I'd obviously only sell it if I'm going to make money, which is at the 5-year point. But technically, you're not making money because it's gone up more than $5 at that point in inflation alone. So you're still losing money. But again, I just wouldn't invest in this set at all. So this set isn't out yet. This set comes out in 3 days. But we'll talk about it anyway. So obviously, this set comes with 3 minifigures. And let's just be real, these minifigures are going to be hella desirable. I'm thinking $70 straight off the bat for all 3. I'm thinking $20 for McGonagall, $20 for Hagrid, $30 for Dumbledore, straight away. Like as soon as the set comes out on BrickLink. In the future, I could see these minifigures being, what, $50 each? At least $40 for Hagrid and McGonagall. So you're looking, what, $150 for the minifigures? Then you need, what, another $100 to get to make from this set. Pretty easy, right? So this is a set I'd keep sealed, and this is a set I'd only buy if it was on sale. And I am going to invest in this set. I didn't invest in Diagon Alley, and I don't really plan to. I may get one for investment, and I'm definitely not investing in Hogwarts. 100% not investing in the Hogwarts TTC, because that set has been around for about 300 million years at this point. Like, it's been on sale for about 3 years. And I believe that everyone who wanted it is basically already got one. But with this set, I think people want it, but it's too niche, it's too unique, it's too different, where people are like, I want it, it looks cool, but I'll pass. And everyone's going to regret that. I think this is one where a lot of people will pass, let's be honest with ourselves. People are going to go for Diagon Alley or the Hogwarts and not this. And that's good for investment when people don't buy it because there's less supply. So I'm 100% getting this. So this will be desirable once again in the future. If you keep the set sealed, if you don't open it and personalise the letter by writing your name on it and doing stupid things like that, or losing the minifigures, then you're not going to make money from it. But if you keep it sealed and wait and be patient until this set retires, and then people from the future are going to want this Hogwarts Icons 20th anniversary mad Harry Potter set, which is different than any other set, then there's no way you're going to lose money on it. And Black Friday in 2019 saw the Hogwarts Castle go from $400 to $300, so $100 off. And I've seen the Hogwarts Castle for £250 from £350, so again £100 off. So if we assume that this set will get to about $80 off on Black Friday, I'm not saying it'll be this Black Friday, but the Black Friday afterwards, so 2022, then 100% buy the set for about $170, maybe $180, basically below $200. I'd recommend, definitely pick this set up. I'll probably buy 2 or 3 of this set, to be honest, when it gets to around that price in the future. So after 2 years, I think the set will be, up $50 essentially, to $300. Then after 5 years, I think $400, and after 10 years, $500. Again, it could be hell of a lot more. Sets like Diagon Alley or Hogwarts Castle from 2007 and 2011 respectively, these sets sold for around $100 on average, and $600-700 now. So I could easily see this $250 set getting to $500, easily doubling value after 10 years. That's probably conservative investment, but I don't want to mislead people, but this will be at least double price in 10 years time after retirement. I guarantee it, absolutely guarantee it. This won't be on sale for long either, I guarantee that. This will probably be on sale for about a year, where I reckon the Hogwarts Castle will continue to be on sale for another couple years after, and have like a 5-year lifespan. It'll be like the Death Star, but this definitely won't be. So this is an investment opportunity for sure. Then we have the chess set. So this is a weird one. I don't know if I'll invest in this set. So there's 4 unique minifigures. They're great minifigures. The Hermione is fantastic. I featured Hermione in a video, and the Ron actually. in my last video where it's my top 30 favourite Harry Potter figures, and they're quite high up on the list. But we don't care about that. We care about if we can make money from it. So we also get Golden Snape. I think these minifigures at the moment go for about £20 combined for the three. I don't know how much Snape goes for. I haven't checked. I'm going to assume it goes for about £5, £10 maybe. So £20-30 in total for that, which is about half the price of the set. I don't think you can really part this set out for too much, because at the end of the day there's black and white pieces. There's no really rare colours, and there's not too many. I don't think there's really any rare pieces. I think the 2x4 tiles go for about 30-40p each, and I don't know how many you get. I'm not going to count, but you could make quite a few dollars or pounds off that. But I think this is a set where you keep sealed. I think people in the future are going to look back at the set and think, you know what, this is pretty cool, and it is cool. It's a Lego Harry Potter set which has infinite playability. Technically has infinite playability because it's a chess set. You can just play it all day long, and I think people like that aspect from it, and these minifigures hopefully will stay unique, and I think this would be a main reason why people would buy this set, because it's different. What other set for £50, $60, however much, it's £65, can you get which has this much playability and is this different? You know, we get, I don't know how many chess pieces, but we get like what, 20-30 chess pieces. You know, it's a pretty cool set. So I might invest in this, but I'm not sure. I'd definitely wait till it's on sale, because it's quite expensive. It's, as I said, it's £65 in the UK and it's only $60 in the US. So the US has definitely got the better deal. So I'll have to wait till it gets to about £40 where I am, I think, before I'd invest in the set. But hopefully it does. So after 2 years' time, I can see it going up by $10. You know, quite conservative investment. Then another $30 or another $20 on top of that after 5 years, and then maybe like $120 in 10 years' time. So I'm saying this set will double in value after a decade post-retirement, which is, you know, again, a conservative investment, but I don't want to mislead people. But I'm not sure. I'm not saying go out and buy this set, but I'm not going to say don't. I'm not decided myself yet, so we'll have to see. But definitely, if you are going to get the set, get it on sale. And here's another one that I'm completely torn on. So I've done a review on this set. I have very mixed feelings about it. I like, well, the concept works, but the way that Lego have marketed it and only included 2 of these minifigures, or Bigfigs I should say, in a set, the 2 out of 3 trio, it looks really out of place to not have Ron here, which makes me think maybe they're going to do more of these. And if they do more of these and make it into a series, where they have, maybe next year we'll have Ron and Dumbledore, the year after that we have Voldemort and Bellatrix or something. I don't know if they'll do that. I'm just saying if they do, then people will want these because they're the originals. They were the first ones. But also, if they never did these again, I think people still want them because they're different. It's similar to like the big SpongeBob set. I don't know if you guys remember it. It was from about 15 years ago. That big SpongeBob set goes for an absolute fortune now, and that was just like a big fig version of SpongeBob. And this could be the same, but I do see Lego continuing this trend, especially with Star Wars. Can you imagine if they did a big fig Darth Vader in a single pack, so you could half the price, you wouldn't have 2, you'd have 1, so it'll be $60, not $120. A $60 big fig Darth Vader, everyone would want that. From 2-year-olds to 7-year-olds to 37-year-olds, everyone would want it, and I can definitely see Lego doing stuff like that, because at the end of the day they're a company and that's 100% going to sell loads. But again, I'm not sure with this. We don't get any unique minifigures. I think parting out wise, we get some nice pieces. Obviously we get these big pieces, what, a 6x8 or something piece in the middle, with a big torso print. We also get the face print as well, and a little scar print, but I'm not really sure how well received these sets are. I think the quality of them is pretty poor. Again, you can't raise their arms up in the air, their wand arms. With their left arm you can raise it and position it, with their right arm they can't because they've got the wand in their hand and it's too heavy, so it just lowers itself back again to this default position. You can't even raise Hermione's arm up beyond the halfway point, otherwise it breaks her hair. So yeah, there are quality issues here, so I don't know if this will be desirable. This could be like because it's so wacky and stupid and funky, this could be a great investment in the future, but because it's so wacky, crazy, funky, it could mean that no one wants it and it'll be a horrible investment. So again, I haven't decided yet. If you are going to get the set, then get it on sale, because I think $90 with 2 Bigfigs, you only need to sell them for $45 each in the future to get your money back, and you can easily sell them for $45 each in the future, even used. So I might invest in one of these, but I'm going to be honest, I probably won't. But this is going to be something, if I were to invest in them, it would be a long haul thing. There's no way I'll be looking to flip it anytime soon. But yeah, I think this could be something crazy. So obviously these price predictions are quite high. I think it could go to $200 after 5 years time, past retirement, which is probably in 7 years, 6 years, and then a decade past retirement, $280. Again, I don't know, but I reckon it'll be more than double after a decade, because it's just so, there's not many supply, I don't believe. I think this is the problem, is this is the same price as the Chamber of Secrets. So if you've got $120 to buy a 2021 Lego Harry Potter set, are you going to buy these two, or are you going to buy the Chamber of Secrets? Yeah, everyone knows it's the Chamber of Secrets. So I don't think there's going to be many of these in circulation. And then I think the people who want these and are willing to pay the price for these in the future are going to pay high. So again, I might invest in one of these just not to miss out in case it does turn into something good, but I'm not convinced it will yet. So again, I'm still 50-50 on that. And then we have Fawkes, the Phoenix. So this is a high risk investment in my opinion. And the only reason to invest in this is the minifigure. That's why I'm saying wait till it's nearly 50% off at $25, because I only care for Dumbledore. It's a unique Dumbledore. It won't be made again. He's unique. You might be able to get, $30 from him in the future after a few years. I don't know. But I'll buy this set. There's no way I'd keep it sealed if I was investing. I'd buy it. I'd open it up. I'd part it out. You get a lot of gold pieces, pearl gold pieces, which sell for a bit. You get the little Fawkes 2x4 piece plaque thing. That's a print this time. With the Hedwig set, it was a sticker, but this time it's a print, so that could sell for $1 or $2. I'm not too sure. I'll get rid of the Phoenix. I'll get rid of everything. Try and part out the set for maybe $20, and then just wait and wait and wait until a Dumbledore reaches a decent price of maybe $30, and then just sell it. That would be my plan for this. Pretty simple. I won't be interested in selling it after 2 years or 5 years. It'll just be wait until the Dumbledore reaches, its absolute peak. Then I'll just sell the Dumbledore, and then just as soon as I get the set, basically part out the rest of the bird. Basically an entire set but Dumbledore. So it's high risk. It's not something I'm interested in doing unless I see it for like 50% off. So if I saw this in stores for about £15, I'll probably pick it up, or maybe £20. But again, the cheapest I've seen the Hedwig set is £25, which is only £10 off. So I don't think this is going to see some mad sales. We'll probably see the same, so £25, maybe $30. So I don't even know if you'll be able to get it for $25 unless you're very lucky before it retires. But again, this is not something I'd recommend investing in. So finally we have the last set on this list, and it's the Quidditch Flying Lesson. This is a set I'm not really too interested in investing in. I don't think you're going to go too wrong if you get it on sale. So this is £27 or £25, no, £27.99 in the UK, which is very expensive for what you get. But if this set reached, £10 off, so it was £18 or something, £17, then I would buy this set, only because you're not going to lose money. You get 4 unique minifigures technically, because there's 5 in total. No, is it 3 unique minifigures? I think it's 3 unique. I'm going to say 3, but it could be 4. You get Madam Hooch is unique, and is definitely the best Madam Hooch we've got. She's probably $5 in the future. Quirrell's another $5 minifigure. Neville, I'm not sure if he's unique or not. but we also get the statue at the top. He's unique, but he's not going to be worth anything. And then Malfoy we've got a couple of times. I think in the future you're probably going to be able to get probably $20 for the minifigures, and then for the rest of the set you can probably part it out for another $10-15. The shields with the crests on are unfortunately stickers. There's a couple of trophy pieces inside which may go for a little bit. And we also get a couple of chocolate frog cards, and then the Remember All piece, which is, might go for a little bit. But then again, no, because the last Remember All piece from 2001 or 2002, I think it was 2002, that piece only sells for about 50 cents, and that's 20 years old. So I'm not going to assume this goes for more than 20 cents in the future, or 50 cents I should say in the future. Again, this is not... I would not buy this set retail for investment. Definitely not. You're going to lose money. But if you get this set for $10 off, pick it up, open it, sell the minifigures for as much as you can, and then just part it out. Because I think even hanging on to the minifigures is not going to do you any harm. But I can't see any of these minifigures going through the roof. Malfoy is not going to go up past $5. The grey statue's not going to go up past $3. Neville's not going to go up past $5. Quirrell's not going to go up past, what, $8 or something? $7, I'd say. Madam Hooch is not going to go up past $10. So, again, I'd just buy the set on sale and just part it out, because you can probably get, $25-30 as is, like in today, in 2021, for parting it out. So, again, if you see it less, sure, buy it, make $5-10 from parting it out, but is it really worth the hassle? Nah. So I'd skip out on this set. So after 2 years, I put $40. 5 years, $55. Again, I wouldn't be interested in selling for $10 profit after 2 years. And I've put after 10 years, $75. But we'll have to see. So that about wraps up this video. If you made it to the end, let me know down below in the comments. Just comment end and I know what you mean. I know it was a long one, but I had a lot to cover, and considering Black Friday is approaching, I thought it was a convenient time to make this video. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to some more LEGO Harry Potter content. I've been Rosie, your Topper Bricks. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.